Hi, I am Rishi of grade 10. Today I am going to present a concept from social science. The concept name is types of farming. Next slide. First we are going to see the major two types of farming, that is subsistence farming and commercial farming. First we are going to see what is meant by subsistence farming. In subsistence farming, this type of farming is practiced on small patches of land and it is characterized by the use of primitive tools such as dig, hoe and digging tools, etc. This type of farming is entirely dependent on monsoons. In this type of farming, the production is very low. For example, rice is a subsistence crop in Odisha. Next slide. Next, we are going to see the two types of subsistence farming. There are two types of subsistence farming, that is intensive subsistence farming and primitive subsistence farming. In primitive subsistence farming, this type of farming is practiced in India still. This is practiced with the small plot of land using primitive tools such as hoe, digging tools, etc. It entirely depends on monsoon and climatic conditions, and it is also known as slash and burn agriculture. Land productivity is low because the farmers do not use modern inputs for the agriculture. Next slide for this type of farming. Now we are going to see what is meant by slash and burn agriculture. Slash and burn agriculture. In this, farmer clears the patch of land by slashing and burning them, and then the farmer mixes the ash with the soil so that the fertility of the soil increases. So and the crops can be grown well. Once the fertility of the soil got reduced, the farmer moves to the other land and the land becomes abundant. The final output of this farming type is just enough for their farmer's family. And slash and burn agriculture is known as shifting cultivation, and this slash and burn agriculture is known as various names in various regions. For example, Jumbi in northeastern parts. Next. Now we are going to see another type of subsistence farming, that is intensive subsistence farming. Intensive subsistence farming, it is practiced in area of thickly populated areas, that is in which there is high pressure on land, and it is a labor intensive farming. In this farming, it uses modern inputs and modern and biological inputs for obtaining higher production. Next slide. Now we are going to see another type of farming, that is commercial farming. Commercial farming is done with the use of higher doses of modern inputs like HYV seeds, fertilizers, etc. Commercialization of agriculture varies from region to region. Next, this type of farming is practiced in tropical and subtropical regions. Majorly, commercial farming is done to sell it in market, whereas subsistence farming is done to satisfy the need of a family. Next slide. Now we are going to see a type of commercial farming, that is plantation agriculture. It is a type, as I said, it is a type of commercial farming, plantation farming. That single crop is grown over a large area. That particular single crop is grown over the large area in a whole year. It has interface on agriculture and industry both, and it is done on a large track of land using capital inputs and with the help of migrant laborers. That is, this type of farming is done on large area using modern inputs with migrant labor. The laborers who move from a place to another place in search of work. That laborers are known as migrant laborers. And these the inputs used as raw materials. The processed inputs in plantation farming are used as raw materials in industries. Next slide. Thank you. I hope so you might have understand this concept clearly.